Hi, I'm Scott McLean here with WarPaint for Men. I'm with 5 incredible guys talking about skin concerns, makeup and skincare routines. So guys, welcome. Nice to meet you all.
Hi.
So let's start with you. So what is kind of your skin concern at the moment?
Hi, my name is Steve Ryan. I'm an actor from South Wales, and my skin concern is that I get a lot of redness and uneven skin tones. And I've had it all throughout my life. I was born with very red cheeks, and it's something that always has been something I've had to deal with, especially in my career, when having to have makeup on for shows or productions. So yeah, that's kind of my skin concern.
I'm Hugh. I'm a writer and actor from West London. I'd say that I've struggled with acne, sort of pimples for the last 5 years, and it sort of has a great effect on my mental health and sort of my self-esteem, but I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Omar. Well, my main skin concern really is patchy facial hair, especially on my beard. There's a lot of holes and different spots where the hair color just shifts, and it really makes it an issue for me to take pictures, or when I want to groom it and maybe cut my hair, I really have to take a sharp angle on my face and draw a line. So it just really is very annoying.
Yeah, so hi, my name is G. I'm based in Barnet, North London. My main concern is dark circles, so no matter how much sleep I get, I just seem to suffer from really bad dark circles. So any sort of hints and tips and any skincare routine that can help that would be amazing.
Hi, I'm Cyrus. I'm a writer and voiceover artist. Like G, I also worry a lot about dark circles under the eyes and signs of aging. Things that sort of getting on my mind quite a lot these days, and something I worry about. So anything that can help on that front.
For me personally, acne is something I suffered from. So how does it affect you confidence-wise? Because I've definitely been there for the mental health side of things. But how does it affect you every day, would you say?
Massively. I mean, it gets to the point where I don't want to leave the house because I physically sort of feel ugly. I don't want people looking at my face, and I sort of project whatever kind of judgment that I feel about myself onto them, and sort of think that they might be thinking things about me and about my skin. So it massively affects my confidence, and but it's something I deal with and work through.
Confidence-wise, you know, you're here, and you're talking about it, which is the great thing. Dark circles. Something recently I've been suffering from.
Yeah, my parents, they see, I'm not getting enough sleep, are you working too hard? So there's always little concerns about that, and it's almost even though I get a good night's sleep, it always doesn't seem enough, because when I look in the mirror in the morning, it's almost skin looks great, but then the dark circles just protruding. So for me, if there's any sort of hints and tips towards that would be great.
I do.
Excellent.
Yes, 100%. Aging, I'm with you, literally, but I'm 35, 36 this year, so.
You look great.
But I know what you mean, the concerns, and obviously in age, our texture of our skin definitely changes, and you can definitely physically see that. Great, I was going to say, when you started aging, I was like, wow.
Thank you.
But
no, it's something that definitely in recent times is getting more and more concern. But we all have to go through it, unfortunately. So
we do.
Maybe I'm a little ahead of the game, but
Red skin
tone.
Skin tone. I know you mentioned about makeup before, because I've being an actor.
Yeah, you get a lot of times where you have to put makeup on, and when I walk in, it's we need to do makeup on him. We can't just let you be natural. And sometimes that's been a problem where people think that I look a certain way, and then I turn up and I've already got red skin, red cheeks, and
how does that make you feel?
But it doesn't make me feel great, because I try to forget about it, as in, to me, I don't think of it all the time, and then when someone points it out, I'm like, oh, of course, that's how I always am. Whereas I know when I was younger, there was a lot more self-consciousness coming through and thinking, I just want to look like everybody else.
And do you mind wearing makeup?
No, I think as a kid, going and doing shows, it was nice for me, because it was you get to dress up and become someone else, and then you get to step out of the shoes that you're in, and then you feel like you're not getting judged as much when you're doing that.
Beards.
Honestly, sorry for the interruption. I've been trying so many different solutions with this. Just different oils, home remedies, hours on Google.
They have like rollers. There's like roller things. I've seen these.
I pierce my face all the time.
Really? Yeah.
And like sometimes, like literally, like I'd sleep at night and it looks like a greasy mess. I wake up either looking like a hobo or just someone who just like is learning how to shave. You know what I mean? You have like these weird patches here and there.
Yeah.
There's like different like shades of color.
Is it hard to shave? Because when you're shaving personally, are you then having to do like it shorter in certain places and then long, you know, leaving it long in other places?
So like right here, there's like a big patch right here.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to really work around it because I don't know, for some reason the hair just grows like this.
Yeah.
And it's just so weird. And to keep like a consistent shape, like I have to like really keep up on it.
Everyone's different. Do you dye your beard? Is that?
Oh no.
You don't dye it? No.
It look way too obvious, I feel like, on my face.
So, for everyone's concerns, has anyone done any research or gone into like a skin clinic or treatment, anything around there?
So for me, I mean, my sister suffers a little bit from it, and maybe her being female, she does a little bit more research than I would. And I remember she's talked about sort of cucumber, even tea bags. So sometimes you should try anything just to give that little bit of help.
Have you used products, or is it more home?
Other than sort of moisturizer and things, I've not really used many other products.
When I was really young, a lot of people recommended castor oil, and like I tried it. Like, I'm not really sure. I tried a lot of different remedies, but like I don't know, it just doesn't seem to fully like close the gap here. Researching has not really bear fruit for me.
Well, yeah, on the back of that, I was going to say, apart from today, it feels like this is the first time it doesn't feel like a silly topic for me to ask. As in, I've had people say to me, that's not a problem. Like, there's bigger problems in the world than, you know, worrying about little things like this. But when it's yourself and you're dealing with it every day, like it is, you know, it can affect you. So I feel like I have not delved and looked into, like, you know, a lot of research because I feel like it's just not out there, or the information is not accurate enough to actually help me. It feels like I've been lost in the sense of knowing where or who to ask about this sort of thing.
How about you? Have you kind of looked into?
Yeah, I'd say there's been a lot of research, but it's been a lot of sort of getting the results and sort of not feeling satisfied, so just sort of shutting down the app. And I know my mum and my sister both sort of struggle with their skin, my sister especially. And so I follow what they do a lot of the time. But I think it's hard to be really consistent. One, in terms of sort of price of all these different products. But two, when you don't see the results, you know, let's say you're doing this sort of skincare routine for a month and nothing changes, you know, what's the point? I might as well just stop and sort of go back to doing nothing, but then that could be equally as harmful. So it's really hard to sort of find that balance.
I have to say I pretty much avoided research on the aging front because I just, you know, so on that front I've just, as probably with a lot of you guys, looked into how I can just be healthier in terms of diet and exercise. I've just thought at least try and slow down the process from that sort of route, holistic sort of approach. So yeah, I've avoided specific age reversal sort of or prevention research, but I mean I was always into self-care, if you like, meditation.
A lot of well-being.
Well-being, things to try and reduce stress, because I know for a fact dark circles with aging, you know, probably stress is beyond doubt the most
Impact.
It's the biggest trigger really. So I am trying to, as much as I have interest in the sort of stuff you can apply, I have equal interest in what I can be doing to sort of just be healthier holistically to sort of complement.
So guys, I have a fun game of true or false. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions and then just let me know what you think is true or false. My first question for you guys is, if you had the spot with putting toothpaste on it, how would you say and make it go away? Toothpaste on the spot. Fortunately, it is false.
Ah, okay.
We just gotta have to say,
Well, I'll stop doing that then.
Go easy on the toothpaste.
anything, toothpaste is not made for any area of the face or body, maybe I would say. Okay, ready for the next question?
Yeah, bring it on.
Does having a good amount of sleep help your skin in general? This is from dark circles, thing. Yes, correct. True it is. Everyone knows that, and I have 10 hours if I can. So, if I can, yeah. I'm an early bird, but I do go to bed very at a reasonable time. But I'm guessing, how does everyone sleep?
I sleep now on my back, and it sounds silly, but I used to like sleeping on my front and now like obviously on my face. When I used to wake up, I'd look even more red, and my face doesn't feel so bad when I'm sleeping on my back as well. Like it doesn't feel so, I don't know, there's much pressure.
I mean, what I've heard about sleep is that the hours of sleep you get before midnight are the most beneficial in terms of healing and rejuvenating. So it's a matter of sort of, some people can't because they're sort of working nights, but if you can fix your sleep schedule so that you're going to bed at maybe 10 p.m, those 2 hours are going to do so much more than opposed to sort of going on Netflix and you're asleep at 1 a.m.
Next question. Acne is only caused from people being so unclean. Is that true or false?
That's pretty false.
It is false, yes. Acne is not because you don't clean or wash your face or anything like that. It has nothing to do with it whatsoever. So,
I mean, there's a lot of different causes. It can be sort of genetic, sort of
100% genetic.
diet, exactly.
Yeah, that's like a bit of a defamation of character by people trying to assume that people who have acne then, mustn't have good hygiene, and then that reflects on the person, which can lead to, doubt and,
It's
consciousness, self-consciousness, and I think that's, where's that come from? That's awful.
True or false? It's makeup only for women. Wait, so guys, yes, it's just not for women, it's for men as well. Of course, yes. Anyone experienced in makeup personally, not to do any with their jobs or anything like that? No. Is anyone scared of doing it?
I think, to an extent, in terms of, it comes from my complete lack of knowledge about anything. And again, sort of deep-rooted to expectation, being a man, that I shouldn't want makeup or need makeup. And especially when I have sort of my mum and my sister who suffer with their skin, but in a matter of seconds they can go from having effectively sort of poor skin to just sort of looking nice and fresh and clean, whereas I don't have that option. It doesn't feel like I have that option, and I don't choose to take it because I fear about the expectation and sort of the judgment.
I think it's also the subject of like men in general. It's that bravado, maybe it's whatever it is, it's like hard men football. There's certain things around where you're basically thinking like, if you're a man, just get on with it. If there's a spot, get on with it. Why are you covering up? Why are you concealing it? Why are you putting blush or whatever you have on?
It's the internalised effects of the patriarchy and the way our structure, the structure of society.
Come and join us as I will be taking one of these gents on, talking all about skincare concerns, my skincare tips, and giving them the perfect skincare routine for home.